From Mamma Mia, welcome to The Spill, your daily pop culture fix. I'm Laura Brodnick.
And I'm Em Burnham.
And welcome to We Can Watch.
Our favourite show of the week.
You say about a lot of things. You say Brilliant Review is your favourite. You say We Can Watch is your favourite. What's the truth, Emily? What is the truth?
Depending on the brutally honest review, which I feel like this week might be my favourite.
This week? Oh, guys, what's dropping at 3 p.m. this afternoon? You are not ready.
You are not ready.
We had people in this office trying to break down the door to get into this record. They wanted to be involved, but it's just too many people. Anyway, We Can Watch, where we talk about the best new movies and TV shows that have come out this week. Mm-hmm. And we haven't really told each other exactly what we're doing this week. It's all very mysterious.
I didn't even know what I was going to do this week until today.
Well,
because I was a bit embarrassed about my Weekend Watch.
Oh, okay. I mean, this is a safe space. Well, actually, let's just see what it is.
I don't think it's a safe space.
I said it's a safe space, but I'm the person who mocks you the most, so maybe it's not.
So I've been really into adult animation.
No judgment. I personally find it very hard to get behind animation.
X-Men 97?
Well, that was different.
Was it?
That was just great TV. TV goes across
it's
anything.
Something new. I wanted to try something new and I've been like obsessed. Like my favorite shows are Bob's Burgers, Rick and Morty. Like I just love adult animation. Oh my God. Anyway, so speaking of Rick and Morty, the writers on that show have just come out with a brand new show and my algorithm knows me so well because it wouldn't stop feeding me. Like it was like
Emily,
watch this. It's on Netflix. It's called Haunted Hotel. Stick with me.
Okay. No, I'm there. You know who loves a haunted hotel? Laura Brodnick.
I actually think you'd really like this because it's like really, because it's for adults. So it's like really, really funny. But yes, it's a cartoon. It is about this single mom with 2 kids and she's inherited a hotel from her dead brother. Mm-hmm. And that hotel is filled with ghosts.
Okay.
Including her dead brother.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it's like a comedy. So it's like they're all well aware that the ghosts are there. The ghosts keep trying to kill them and they're so fine with it because you know what happens when a ghost tries to kill you? It just goes straight through you.
Okay.
So they'll be like eating breakfast and this ghost will just be like stabbing their heads and wondering why they're not dying. But it's really, really funny. There's also a bit of so the family dynamic's really funny because it's like the mum and 2 kids. But then there's this other kid that they've like adopted into the family and it's not really a kid. It's just like this empty corpse that's been invaded by a demon. And it's just like, it's just really good. Okay. Like I just miss like shows where it's just like has a storyline that's so bizarre but like ends up working. Like Will Forte plays the brother. He is so funny. He's like in that crew with like Amy Poehler, Tina Fey and Seth Meyers. He's really, really funny. But just one of those shows where I watched 4 episodes back to back. You can watch all the episodes now for season 1 and it's like every episode is a standalone. So it's like the storylines don't really connect at all. It's just about this mum who's like, no one wants to stay at my hotel because it's so filled with ghosts.
Yeah.
And the dead brother's like, I gave you a hotel. So just be happy that you have a hotel and you have something to do with your life.
Do you ever get pulled out of the story because it is animation? Because sometimes it happens to me. Like I'm watching it, I'm like, I'm all in on this, but I just need it to be live action for it to translate into a real story. Or is it just so entertaining that it doesn't matter?
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Like I'm not watching it. I'm not like hooked into the storyline. Like I'm not like massive stakes. Like what's going to happen? Will they live? Will they die? Will they run away from the serial killer who's also in an episode? Spoilers.
Yeah.
And it's just like because it's animation, it's just like such low stakes that I just have it on if I just really want to laugh.
Yeah, okay. The humor would get me in. Again, I haven't watched it, but maybe I will. I would need it to be really funny because here's the thing with animation. I can get on board, but it would have to be so funny that it transcends the animation or the storytelling and the characters have to be so good that you forget it's animated. And there's only 2 shows that happens to me that I watch over and over again that are animated that the storytelling is just so good that even me as a non-animated person forgets. Well, X-Men. Both the original series and the new one because that storytelling is top tier. And I don't want to say the other one.
What's the other one?
Have you ever watched Gargoyles?
Yes, I have.
Obviously, because you're a human being with a soul.
100. That's your favorite?
It's such a good series. I rewatch it all the time. The storytelling.
Where do you watch it on?
It's on Disney Plus.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My God, guys, the storytelling
In Gargoyles.
Yeah, the storytelling is incredible. The world building is incredible. The characters are incredible. Not the last season because they did fire everyone. It comes back as like this, like they haven't drawn the characters properly, so don't watch that. But up until then, so good. The romance is so incredible. Like,
It's interesting when you get so attached to an animation. Like Bob's Burgers is like my favorite animation, like adult animation. But I was a bit like taken aback when they did the Bob's Burgers movie because they went a bit too hard with the intricacies with the animation.
Okay.
Like there's like shadows and stuff.
Oh,
so it looks
not here for that.
It looks visually beautiful, but it wasn't the Bob's Burgers that my eye, like kind of like a kid when like you're, oh my God. I wonder if anyone remembers this TV show. American Dragon. Jake the American Dragon.
No, I don't think I ever watched that.
It was on Disney Channel. It's about this like high school kid named Jake and he turns into a dragon and like stops
obviously
crime.
I love that.
But then they got different animators on and then the dragon, like him as a dragon was a different like a differently drawn dragon.
Oh, okay.
And he went into being, and I have a feeling this is because like parents might have complained because the first iteration of him, he's like this sexy buff dragon. With
The
like
dragon's hot?
He's so hot.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Some of the gargoyles are hot, and I wonder if that's why. It's true. No, but the love story is a gargoyle and a human.
Yeah, I understand.
But I also do you think sometimes to get into these shows that you need to watch them as a kid? Because the only reason I love animated series like X-Men and Gargoyles is because I watched them as a kid. So I'm rewatching them as an adult.
I think it's like one of those animations where like if I had a kid, I'd love them to watch it because they just see the cartoons and they'd laugh and find it funny, but they actually wouldn't understand anything that's going on. Like they wouldn't understand the jokes. And also to say that like Bob's Burgers and like even this show, like Rick and Morty is like in a different category. Like I wouldn't suggest a kid watch Rick and Morty, but like Haunted Hotel, Bob's Burgers, it's like really like clever humor that's like for adults, but it's like not dirty. It's not gross. Like they don't like swear or anything like that. But actually, I think they do swear in Haunted Hotel. Maybe ignore that. But they don't in Bob's Burgers.
You'll find out when you watch it.
You'll find out when you watch it. But it's just like one of those shows where I'm just like laughing, like I'm cackling.
Oh, okay. I am looking for something like that in my life. I am looking for more laughter. And I think a lot of people are.
Anyway, that was such a long weekend watch on my part.
I think there were so many recommendations there. But Haunted Hotel.
Haunted Hotel on Netflix. First season out now.
Yeah. Love that. Okay, mine's also on Netflix, but it could not be more different.
Oh.
It's a new creepy, atmospheric kind of thriller drama.
Is it cartoon?
No.
Okay, then I'm out. I'm out.
Sorry, it's not animated. Maybe you could close your eyes and pretend, I don't know. Called Wayward. That's just come out on Netflix yesterday. Okay, so it's this very kind of atmospheric thriller drama, and it's got two different storylines in the first episode.
Ooh.
So
is it hard to like follow along?
No, it's not hard to follow along. Oh, there's so many different characters introduced in the first episode, and there's so much mystery of like what the hell is going on in this creepy little town. But as you watch, it like very quickly becomes clear. So you know, stick with it all the way through. So it's set in 2003 in Toronto, and one of the first storylines we're introduced to are these two like best high school friends, Abby and Layla, and they're kind of like troublemaking teens. Like in the first episode, they're like smoking weed on the top of the school and they get locked on the roof and they have to jump into a bin to get down. And it's this whole thing. Layla's really grappling with her sister's death, so she's like failing at school, and her best friend Abby has like really, really strict parents and like a perfect sister, and she's kind of dealing with that. And one of the teachers at school, it's Patrick J. Adams from Suits.
Yeah.
He's only in for a moment, so don't watch it for him. But he suggests to Layla at one stage that she should try the Tall Pines Academy because it's known for like helping very troubled teenagers who are sent there. And she's like, no, I'm going to pull it together. I'm going to, make this, I'm going to get through this. And then Abby, there's a scene where she goes home and her parents are like entertaining friends, and they have this altercation where they fight with her, and she ends up like, they take her phone. She ends up sneaking out like in front of them. Like she jumps out of the window and like runs away. And when she comes home that night, it's really quite intense to watch because her sister hugs her. She's not close to her perfect sister. Sister hugs her and is like, I really love you. And she's like, okay. Goes up to her bedroom, gets into bed. The next moment she wakes up, there are these men standing over her with lights, and they gag her and restrain her and drag her out of the house, this van, and lock her up while her family tearfully watches because she's been taken to Tall Pines, like a reform school. And I know that sounds crazy and dystopian. It's based on true things that happened. The creator of the show, Mae Martin, based it on a friend who went to a reform school. And it made me think of how Paris Hilton was taken to a reform school.
Yes, I
Because
forgot
a
about
really
that.
similar thing came to her. Like she was like, these men came to Paris Hilton's house because her parents thought she was off the rails and like dragged her out of there kicking and screaming. And that is what has happened to the friend of this person who made the show. And that's what happens to a lot of teens who are taken to these reform schools. They're under huge investigation now for how they've treated the kids in them, that you just get pulled into this van while your family watch. I could not think of anything more terrifying.
Jesus.
Even to me, it's potentially worse than just being actually kidnapped because your family's watching you and no one's helping you.
Oh.
And they called them. So then she gets taken to Tall Pines, and then the other storyline that we see in this kind of creepy town where everyone's aware of Tall Pines Academy and kids go missing and things are happening. There's also a scene where like a young boy is like, it starts off with running through this wood near the town.
I hate kids running.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God, it's the scariest thing.
This teenage boy and like everyone's hunting him and the police are hunting him, and it's this whole thing because he's, you know, escaped from the academy and there's terrible things happening there. And so the other storyline we have happening there is Mae Martin's character Alex, who has moved to Tall Pines, this like little town in Vermont where the Tall Pines Academy is, because Alex has got a job as a police officer there. Laura's about to give birth to their baby, and she actually went to the Tall Pines Academy and she's like, this town will accept us. This is a safe place. And one of the reasons she wants to go there is that she credits Evelyn Wade, played by Toni Collette.
Oh.
Who's like in charge of the school with kind of fixing her life. So Toni Collette is
Like the principal.
chilling in this. And we know Toni
She's
Collette.
so good at horror.
She's so good at horror. It still kills me that she didn't get at least an Academy nomination for
She
Hereditary.
deserved.
She should have got an Oscar for it, but she didn't even get a nomination.
I think it's just the category in general, right?
Yeah.
Like horror is so hard to win.
And she's always said that. She's said that like she takes horror roles or thriller roles because she gets so invested in the characters, but she knows that they're not going to be seen as like prestigious as her other roles. So she plays Evelyn Wade and she's like in charge of the school, and it's all very chilling. And so the whole thing is like, you've got the police trying to track down what's happening. You've got these two young girls that have been sent to this reform school. You've got children escaping, children missing. People in the town know what's going on, or do they? Who knows who's covering up what? So it's like this very atmospheric mystery thriller that takes place in the show.
Oh my God. That
So
sounds
that's wayward.
intense. That's so up my alley though.
I think you would really like it. I think
it's like mystery.
Yeah, and it's not, from what I've seen, I haven't watched the whole thing. I've only watched the first few episodes. It's not like overly gory or overly like jump scary, anything like that. Like it's not a horror. It is like an atmospheric thriller. But you're kind of just like the whole lot of the time just waiting to see like the police officer going out at night, just standing in their yard looking around, the dog starts barking, and then like one of the runaway children's like in his home but needing help, but also like attacks him. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of thing where you're just like, oh, but what's happening now? What's happening now? So
oh my God.
Yeah,
scary.
Wayward, new limited series. It's out on Netflix now. You can binge it over the weekend, and yeah, it's just it's a chilling watch.
Wow, two great Netflix shows.
Yeah. Both very different.
Both about haunting.